Everyone? Can we get roll call, please?
Kathy Bowman.
Present.
Michael Case.
Present.
Wayne Hollins.
I'm here.
Bud Oberg.
Here.
Clarence Russell.
I am present.
Keith Walker. Teresa Woods.
Present.
And we have a quorum.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we'll do the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, our first order of business is approval of minutes, consideration of the March 17th, 2022 regular meeting minutes and the May 19th, 2022 work session minutes for approval as written or with noted corrections.
Do you need two motions? I read the March 17th minutes and I found no errors. So I make a motion that we approve the minute for March 17th.
I'll second that.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Say aye.
C did.
I did.
And that would be Commissioner Russell.
That's me. See.
So all in favor of no, vote nay, motion approves. And so now we would be looking for a motion for the May 19th, 2022 minutes.
Okay, I read those minutes. I found no errors or corrections, so I make a motion to approve them.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say
Aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. So then we're going to go on to consideration of public comments. Do we have any public comments to be read? No. Thank you. And so we'll move on to our old business. First listed is our event calendar, monthly update of the Clean City Commission calendar of events, discussion and possible action regarding any new or rescheduled upcoming events.
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, the event calendar for June was pretty blank. We did have the City Expo. I understand a couple of you attended, so appreciate your participation in that. We don't have any other events on the calendar, and frankly, we're kind of hitting our summer lull a little bit, but I imagine that we'll be lining up some special events September, October, November. So that's about all I have to report on that. I don't know if anyone had anything else to add.
Any comments?
No.
Rob, do you think this might be a good time to kind of throw out a cleanup for the fall? Around like September or October somewhere?
Yeah, we'll put some dates together and bring that back next month.
Perfect, thank you. All right, moving on. Next, we have our community outreach and education, discussion and possible action regarding presentation topics for future meetings.
Chair, Vice Chair, Commission members, We had originally scheduled Mojave County to give their low-impact development presentation at this meeting. They were unable to, and so our last communication with them is they're preparing something for the August meeting. So we didn't have a presentation for this meeting. We'll go back through the other ones that we had listed, and we'll have one on the July meeting, and then the county LID presentation will be on the August meeting. But if there are any new topics or other things you'd like us to look into and put some information together for, please let us know.
Any comments, commissioners? Nothing.
I don't have any.
I have a comment. When we did the Arbor Day event with the Surbat Garden Club, well, they were there, we were there. So I spoke with one of their representatives about maybe doing a short presentation on planting, something along those lines, and they said that they were on board with that. So I didn't know if I would be more than happy to reach out and see if we could schedule a month for them to do it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then
Yes.
just follow up with you guys on availability.
Yes, perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
sounds good.
And I think at some point we could probably reach back out to Dig a Community Garden too, see what kind of, they want to come in and talk about maybe some fall programs that they've got lined up.
Excellent. All right, moving on to Community Recognition Program. Regular monthly update regarding the Community Recognition Program. This is just an information-only item.
Chair, Vice Chair, members of the commission, back in May, I believe it was May, we had done a presentation for innovative landscaping and Turner Hills properties. Since then, I haven't seen any new applications. Mr. Holberg, if you had any update on anything on that front?
The one new application that we've discussed at the meeting at your office for the,
Oh, I need to do some research on,
yeah, I'm sorry, what?
I need to finish some research on that one, so.
Yeah. This, well, I'll talk, we can talk about that later.
Okay.
The school kids that were,
Oh, yes.
yeah, them, okay, so that's in the works, that's all in the
Okay.
works. I got
Were those kids, sorry, what school were they from?
Lee Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Lee Williams. So that's in the work. The award's in the process of being made. We still also have the other two awards that we need to present. And this would have been a great opportunity if I would have known that Mojave County canceled. But I think we should try and find a place like we did with Innovative and stuff for those other two, to meet them somewhere, like you and I discussed, maybe the museum, or I think it's just easier for everybody. Send out a blanket email and, whoever can show up, and we get those taken care of.
Yeah,
I'm still holding on to those,
yeah, I agree. I think trying to schedule this room can be challenging,
Yes.
so.
So if you want, I will move forward. I'll actually drive downtown, kind of walk through the museum, walk through those buildings. If you want to direct me into a certain area, I'll go look at that area, to get some ideas of where, or Teresa, if you have any ideas, let me know where we could present the last two awards that we have right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what we have, the two and then the one pending.
Pending, yes.
Yes.
I know we had kind of spoke about having them on the meetings here. Is that at least like maybe an initial one, and then you could do like a photo op somewhere, like at their business or whatnot?
Yeah, and we could definitely do that. I think I was just, whatever's easiest for them, I guess, rather, I don't know, some of them might not want to come to an evening meeting where, we could pop in and catch them,
Sure.
during their regular workday or whatever that may be. So I guess I would just leave that, option to see what's most convenient for them. I think we're open to any format or setting. It's fine.
Correct. Okay. Moving on to our next item is Kingman Helping Hands Project. It's discussion and possible action regarding the Kingman Helping Hands Project.
So the Chair, Vice Chair, members of the commission, the brochure is been completed, but we're still open for any suggestions if anyone has any edits for that brochure. But I think we're ready to kind of commence the outreach, and I think with the I'm not sure what all was included in the packet, but we do have the list of service organizations, churches, and other places where we could go speak about the program and try to line up both some applicants and some volunteers, or some donations of materials to be used. So I think we're pretty, I think we're ready. I think we've got most of the materials on hand that we'll need to get it started. But yeah, I think we're ready to start beating the bushes a little bit at some of these groups, asking for, appointments for speaking at monthly meetings or quarterly meetings or whatever they might be having. So I guess I would offer that up. That if, I think we're to that point. If anyone's ready to move forward and start reaching out to some of these groups, I think we can do that now.
So I have a question. I was reviewing the brochure, and I think it looks great. It's kind of a two-part question. Where are the brochures going to be available? Online, down here? And the reason why I ask is I don't really see in there where it says it's going to be within the city. I mean, it's more like in your community. And so if someone from outside the city comes down and picks one up or hears about the program, it doesn't really say it's just within the city limits.
Well, that's probably something we should clarify, because that will come up.
Okay.
May I make a comment? The brochures, some of them were passed out at the Expo Center, and people were interested in that program.
Okay.
But we haven't rolled everything out on the website or Facebook yet, so we can still clarify that, get it out there, and then we'll have it, in city offices for sure.
If you had someone that was interested, what is the process? Do they fill out some type of application, or just what's the next step?
I think they would just start with, just directing them to contact myself or Donna would be the place to start.
Okay.
And we'll go through and, we'll put together we're just going to need some basic information, but we'll have to, because then we'll have to start working on getting any necessary waivers signed before we schedule anything. And there might be some work involved with that. If it's a landlord-tenant situation, that might be something that, we'd have to give the waiver to them to get their landlord to sign, that kind of thing.
I have a comment. So the program's not going to be for someone who just wants some landscape work done on their property. It's going to be property that is trashed and needs cleaned up and stuff like that. We're not trying to do people's yard work for them.
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd put a roof on my house.
If we get enough donations, we can probably do that, but I think the program is to take care of the blighted properties and stuff, so it's not a
Well, and I think
application process.
we'll be doing some screening administratively on our side. We'll go out and talk with the folks and see what the issue is. And, you're right, it might not be something that's appropriate for us to
Right.
deal with. But I think we'll kind of make those case-by-case calls as we go.
And my question was when she said that people were interested in it, and that was my question also. We're not promoting people to, hey, can you come clean up my yard? I thought we were going to get our information from like code enforcement, church organizations. Hey, these people need help.
Definitely.
Yeah, so if we're passing out brochures, are we kind of making it look like, hey, just give us a call and we'll come look at your house, you know? I mean,
Well, like I said, we'll screen those. I would imagine that most of ours are going to be referrals from, churches, service
Which is what I thought,
organizations, and code enforcement.
I
I think
understood.
the brochure's also for identifying volunteers or maybe trying to get people to donate to the cause.
I understood this was going to be kind of for the people who were physically unable to do the work
Right.
themselves on their houses or financially unable, if it's a code enforcement thing and they can afford to clean up their own property, then they should be liable for cleaning it up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. I still think that's the intent.
okay.
Because when I passed it out, I mentioned that, people that are elderly, disabled, or anything that needs some help, So,
And just to be clear, there is no lien that's going to go on the property for anything when the work has been completed.
No, ma'am.
Any other comments? All right. Moving right along. So our last item under old business is adopt a block update. This is for our regular monthly update, discussion, and possible action regarding the adopt a block program.
Chair, Vice Chair, and members of the commission, I apologize. It says an updated list of the current Adopt a Block participants is in the packet. I don't believe it was, but we have that. And I can send it to you if you'd like. Just give me a call or shoot me a note. Well, I guess I would defer to Chairperson Woods and Commissioner Case on some of the activity they've had the last few weeks on Adopt a Block.
Commissioner Case?
Yeah, so on May the 26th, me and Chairperson Woods, we went out and approached a lot of businesses. I think we contacted about 17 different businesses and gave them our brochure of Adopt a Block. And it seemed pretty well receptive. There were some businesses basically said it was out of their control, it was big corporations, but that they would forward the information on. So we're hoping that they will contact the Public Works Department and get a few more candidates signed up.
Oh, good. Good. Thank you very much. That's good. And it could be that we've had some calls, but Donna has been out of the office for a few days, so.
Yeah, I looked
I-
at the list and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have an update on who has called in since you made your voyage out.
And one other thing, I will continue to do this, and whoever, Chairperson Woods, whoever wants to continue to do it, we work together as a team, and it seemed to work out pretty good. What I missed to inform them, she was able to inform them, and vice versa. So it was a really good experience.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I just want to add to that we both appreciate the flyers that we requested. That was really quick turnaround, so thanks, Donna, you guys, or whoever you delegated that to. And just, that's the same, everyone we talked to, it was very positive. I mean, it was a warm day, but, there was a lot of thoughtful people that were very surprised. Some knew about the program, most didn't, but I'm hoping that other people will, reach out. Because sometimes it was people that just happened to be in the business when we were in there talking about it. So it's kind of just, hey, I heard this.
Well, that's
So
good.
I'm hoping it'll, drum up some interest, and I look forward to, doing that again.
Thank you very much.
And it looks like that's all we have, unless there's any other comments.
I think, under the announcements section, I guess I just have one announcement. I'd like to thank Janie Platt from Kingman Airport for providing a little assistance with us today. And I don't know if she's aware, but she may be here next month too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
So we will move on to our announcements by our individual members. Commissioner Bowman, do you have anything?
I thought the City Expo was good. I don't think we had near the public attendance that we've had in the past years. Well, maybe I think just because of COVID, it wasn't done, during that time. But other than that, everything seemed to work out good. The drone was good, so great.
Nice.
Well, I apologize for not being at the expo because I was out of state for my triplets' grandkids' graduation, so I apologize for that. I do have a possible request for a future agenda item. Is driving through town, I've noticed, or I have not noticed, any do not litter signs of any kind. Is it something we could discuss to see about what it would take to get some, or if we need them? And that's all I have.
Commissioner Oberg.
Yeah, I also was out of town. I apologize not coming to the expo. I wanted to. Sounded exciting. And just make an announcement again with Walmart doing a complete remodel over there. They'll be completed and having their grand opening on August 26th. And he wants to make sure that everybody in the city's invited, and love for us to stop by. There's barbecuing and all kinds of stuff. That's it.
Thank you.
9 o'clock. Starts at 9, goes all day.
Is that a weekend?
I hope so.
Okay. Commissioner Russell.
Well, I'd just like to give kudos to whoever fixed these laptops to where they really work nicely. They don't, thank you. And I apologize for not making the expo. I got tied up in a project at home that I just could not get away from, and I was stuck. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Carpenter.
Yeah, I thought the expo was great, and neat to see a lot of young families there, and it's neat to see all the different departments in the city and everybody connecting and talking. It was great. Yeah, really good. And the park was a great spot to have it, and yeah, I look forward to the next one. And we were sitting next to the sanitation department, Steve and Glenn, and they had a big sign there, a reflective sign, like a regular sign, is reminding people to tie your trash, bag your trash. And I'm thinking, why couldn't we have one of those at each neighborhood, like the main entrance of a neighborhood or something, kind of runs in the same line as do not litter signs, something like that. I don't know, just an idea. But anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Collins?
Thank you. Earlier in the last month, whatever it was, Mike and I and a few other cactus cleaners in the Game and Fish Department did a cleanup north of Stockton Hill, about mile marker 9.5 out there, which is not an area the cactus cleaners normally come to, but with Game and Fish, they volunteered to do a cleanup. So we did a cleanup and got like 1,000 pounds of trash and 360 pounds of scrap metal that they had used for targets. So, and the boss meeting on Monday, they're talking about increasing the fine for illegal dumping. After about 7 years of me trying to get them to do that, took me all them talking to them to do that. So that's on the agenda for Monday at the boss meeting. So that's, hopefully it'll help some if they start having the meaningful fines on there, so we can hope that'll reduce some illegal dumping.
And I have nothing today. So last but probably one of the very most important things, entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn?
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries.